How's everybody doing? I was going to talk about generational curses today, um, and how I got into researching any of the generational curses. And when I got saved, uh, I didn't really know anything. Okay, I'm just glad that Jesus does what He says He's going to do, and He takes care of stuff, you know. And so while I was researching into generational curses, or I'm sorry, I found out my grandfather, or my grandpa, was a Mason. He was a 32nd degree Mason, and then he was the 33rd degree, or what, 33rd degree Shriner. And so then when I was listening to some of the other preachers and stuff, they would talk about generational curses, and they started talking about, you know, if any of your relation has been in this stuff before, then, you know, pretty much guaranteed that you're going to have some wicked curses on you. And so I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, that makes sense, because just looking back at my life, and well, even before me, when my mom and dad, they were going to have their first child, and he was born, and then he died a couple of months later, you know, right away. And then I was born the next year. I was born in 71, and I was born, but my umbilical cord was wrapped around my head, and my head was all blue and everything, so I almost got taken out then. And you know, and a bunch of other times that there has been some real close calls where I shouldn't even be here. And then when I had my surgery for my neck and my back, when I went to Germany, because I had 5 artificial discs put in my back, 2 in my lower back and 3 in my neck. And but during that surgery, when they were going in, because they go in through your stomach in that way to get to your lower ones, and they hit a artery, and then I guess because they told me after I was awake that I ended up, they had to give me a blood transfusion and jump my heart again because they cut the artery and I bled out. And luckily there was a vascular surgeon that was in the hospital in Bremen, Germany, where I was at, and he was just happened to be there, so he was able to come in and sew me up, I guess. So everything worked out good. But so it's just like them things. I'm looking back, going, okay, well, I can see why all these things are happening and why they have happened. And so you start going, okay, well, how do I get rid of these generational curses? And you know, a lot of these other preachers out there and stuff, you know, it's about going, you got to find a deliverance ministry, and you got to go be delivered and all this stuff, you know. And you know, it just it wasn't sitting right with me, because I mean, I know that they work, them deliverance ministries, and people that have went to them, it's great, but Jesus, you know, the Holy Spirit, He showed me that, you know, you don't have to go to somebody else for help. If you go to Him, He's the one that promises that He's going to save you. He's the one that does this stuff. He's the one that will deliver you if you trust Him. And, you know, yeah, you got to say something, you know, learn how to use His name, the power of His name, and what to ask for Him, you know, and just certain little steps that you have to do, you know. You got to know what to ask God. And it's easy, because Jesus died on the cross for us and became the curse for us. So all of our generational curses can be totally taken care of if you trust in Jesus. He does it all. And so I just was thinking about that. And so if anybody is cursed, you know, and this goes financially and physically and everything, all different parts. And then you can be cursed by, you know, the Wiccans or the witches that they want to send spells your way or whatever. And if you're not protected by Jesus, then you're just an open target, because you don't have any chance in the spiritual realm without Jesus. I mean, half the people, they don't even realize or will admit that chemtrails are real, but they think they got it all figured out, you know. How can they even think they got anything figured out at all when they can see something with their own eyes and they don't even know what it is, but they got the whole spiritual realm thing figured out? I don't know, I'm just going off from what the Holy Spirit's shown me and in my life and what's happened and how He's changed me. When my back was, you know, with my surgery and everything like that, I was hooked on pain medicine, you know. You get going on it, and after a while, you just have to have it, or you go into withdrawals. And so I was taking, like, you know, my prescription, I had 240 Norcos, which is an opiate that I'd take every month. Most of the time run out, you know, because that just isn't enough. And then methadone, you know, I think I had like 180 methadone a month. And, you know, I couldn't sleep either, so of course you need sleeping pills, right? So you had to have sleeping pills. And oh, don't forget the Xanax and stuff for all the, you know. So I was on all that stuff, and it was just one day I was standing at the end of my bed and looked at my bed and said, man, just think, if you took all the pills that you've taken and put them in a pile in that bed, how big a pile would that be? And it's like I kind of was looking at myself from up higher in the room, kind of looking down on myself, and just said, you know, you don't want to be that person anymore. And I quit taking them, and that's it. And it's only because of Jesus. I mean, there ain't no other. So just invite Him into your life and watch how He works and changes you. So hope this helps somebody. And I'll talk to you guys later. See you, love you, bye.